Only person making an accusation that people are not getting what they've asked for is Trump, falsely claiming that the administration is withholding resources because of political affiliation. That is just not true.
Welcome to the Republican Talk Show, everybody. I am your host, Kenneth Glenn, and today we got some news. So Florida is suing FEMA. They're suing FEMA for discriminating against voters of President-elect Donald Trump. So the Daily Wire, to catch you up on all of this, what's been going on, the Daily Wire got access to evidence that showed that FEMA was in fact denying Trump voters help for the tornadoes. And then the FEMA supervisor, Miss Washington, ended up being fired for it. And then she ended up going out on the news to the media, and she gave her side of the story. This all started when Donald Trump made the claim that FEMA was refusing to give support to Trump supporters. He made that accusation. FEMA's like, no, we're not. And then it ended up coming out that they were doing it. And then FEMA's like, aha, you said it about the wrong hurricane, so we're still safe, or whatever. It's like 4D chess. And now, and FEMA tried to play that off as like an isolated incident as well, which is insane, by the way. And then now we got more evidence that this wasn't just an isolated incident, that this is a systemic problem, that Trump supporters are being discriminated against when it came to getting help from FEMA. And that brings us on to today, that the Attorney General of Florida, Ashley Moody, is suing FEMA. The state of Florida is suing FEMA. Okay, this comes after Richard Hudson. He went on Twitter and said that they need to be held accountable for their actions. And this whole thing is not a good look on this administration, because this is showing that the presidential administration that's in office right now was okay with FEMA purposely avoiding Trump houses that support Trump, which in states like Florida are most of them. The FEMA administrator, Diane Criswell, will be testifying before the committee this Tuesday. Looking forward to hearing what she has to say about the allegations. This comes from the Oversight Committee. And now Florida is suing FEMA. So this went from being a huge conspiracy theory that only nut jobs like Alex Jones would believe, and now it's come out that this is completely true. This actually did happen. But this happens every time Trump says something. Trump said that the FBI defrauded statements about the crime rate going down, and then they're like, no, they didn't. And then I'm coming out that the FBI did in fact lie about the crime statistics and things like that. So it's just disgusting seeing that our own government, I already said our own government hates its people as it is, and I made a video about FEMA screwing people over, and FEMA was also trying to stop people from helping out for a hurricane. You had that military helicopter that blew over that refugee camp. And this just goes to show that the FEMA does not have your best interests at heart. It shows you that the Biden and Kamala Harris administration is a bad administration. They're bad people. And they support this kind of behavior, clearly, because they have not done anything about it. Okay, Florida is suing. Not our government. Our government's not firing these guys, not suing these guys. Also, how is Diane even still employed? They fired Miss Washington, but they didn't fire Diane, the actual head of FEMA. That's kind of weird. This is disgusting, seeing that our government cares so little about the American people, especially American people that disagree with their political views. So the article says that the suit, which cites reporting of the Daily Wire, accuses Criswell and Washington of illegally depriving Trump supporters of federal aid. Moody filed the suit Wednesday, so yesterday, as of the recording of this video, in the district court for the Southern District of Florida. Quote, Hurricane season is not over, and the federal agency in charge of emergency responsible is embroiled in a scandal, caught withholding aid from storm victims in Florida who support President Trump, Moody said in a statement. I am taking swift legal action to find out how far this political discrimination reaches and to make sure all Americans who fall victim to this devastating storm are served regardless of their political affiliation. The lawsuit also points to an interview that Washington gave to Ronald Martin, where she said that FEMA has a widespread policy of avoiding politically hostile homes. Criswell claimed that the guidance was an isolated incident and not according to FEMA policy. I doubt it's FEMA policy, or I doubt that it's not FEMA policy. It's 100% has to be FEMA policy. The defendant, Washington, says that a similar conduct has occurred in North Carolina and throughout areas affected by the Hurricane Helene and Milton, the suit said. And she represents that senior FEMA officials claiming not only or not to know that the agency was discriminating against Trump supporters and are prompting a lie. Moody asked FEMA to award damages to defendants and for the court to declare the agency has violated civil rights of Californians. FEMA told Daily Wire that it does not comment on the pending litigation and pointed to a statement from Criswell condemning the guidance to skip homes. So what do you guys think about this? This is a pretty crazy situation as it is. And once again, Donald Trump's predictions were right, as they always are. So anyways, give me your thoughts down below. I hope you like this video. If you want to see more like it, I make videos like this all the time. Hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.